Yo, welcome back to another episode of Opinions in the Dark with your boy C. Listen, these birds are up early. I'm talking about they is chilling, checking on each other, vibing. They about to go out and get the worm. I hope y'all do too. Hope y'all call. Make sure everybody get up, check on your people. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope all the mothers had a good Mother Day. I want to say this. I'm somebody that didn't grow up with holidays based off of the religion that I grew up in. We didn't celebrate holidays. But one thing I could truly say is that I learned how to appreciate by not having holidays. I learned how to appreciate that same holiday every day towards whatever it was pertaining to. So me saying that meaning, listen, if you are a dad, if you are a son, if you are whatever, if you have kids, if whatever the situation is, don't just show appreciation one day if she's doing what she's supposed to. She needs to get represented every day, and she needs to be shown that every day. Whether it's the smallest things from saying, baby, I appreciate you, all the way up to the biggest things, to a romantic dinner and ending the night off. I don't care what you do, but I just wanted to take time so people don't get confused that one day is enough. It's not enough. Mothers who really are out here grinding know how hard it can be, and they don't deserve to just get it for one day. And that was just my 2 cents on it. Moving on to the next thing, nothing that much to talk about, but I did want to talk about a couple things. I'm realizing that with all these I'm realizing with all these podcasts, I'm realizing that you have men podcasts where they talk about men, they try to uplift men, they tell them about what's going on with the world, what's wrong with the females. Then you have the female podcast where they talk about the men and do the same thing, blase blase. And again, if you like it and that's what you love to do, to talk about content like that, I'm cool with it as long as you like what you do. But I was thinking about something over the weekend. And I was thinking about how much of a turnover rate do they have, though? And what I mean by that is I constantly hear about on these men podcasts about how, we're supposed to put ourselves first, we kings, we shouldn't have to chase. But are any of them actually finding women? Or are they just going on the podcast every day complaining about them? Same thing with the women. I'm seeing podcasts about women, always talking about men, and it's cool, again, if that's what you like to do. But are you actually having listeners that only agree with that and don't end up in a relationship? Or are you also helping? Because I get confused, honestly. I get a little confused whenever I'm hearing how it turns out. I'm seeing all these podcasts where the dudes are always saying this and saying this and saying this, but they've been saying this for a long time. You see what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, they was just saying it for a little bit. So I get kind of confused about it because it's like, what am I actually really listening to you for? Am I only, the part that I get confused about is, am I only listening to your podcast just to agree with you complaining about a particular person? Or am I going to listen to your podcast and I'm actually going to be able to find something eventually? Because again, the same thing that I'm complaining about is what I really want to find. Let's just be honest, man and woman. So, am I listening to you because you're going to help me, or am I listening to you because we're about to start a riot? And I think that needs to be understood before you start agreeing, because I'm seeing a lot, but I'm not seeing a lot of success when it comes to, okay, you actually started your family, you actually started to move on past whatever you talk. And that's what I'm confused about, because, again, I'm cool if what you want to do is just be on the opposite side and you want to just, say what you feel and how you feel. And that's all well and dandy. But again, I know y'all get lonely sometimes. So are you listening to this person because you believe this person is going to help you find what you looking for? Or are you looking at this person just to complain with them? Because how does that benefit you? And I started to realize that a lot of these podcasts are literally like that. And I don't see no benefit in it. And I'm not throwing no shade to nobody. I'm not calling nobody out. But if a good 2-3 years all you do on your podcast is to complain about man or woman, that's kind of a problem. It's like, bro, you don't want to go find somebody at least? Because the more you complain about them, you can't go find nobody because you on the opposite side of them. But then again, I know you get lonely, and I know it's what you're really looking for, because any real man that knows his worth and knows his value and know what he could bring to the table and know what he's willing to compromise with wants a queen. And vice versa, a queen wants a king. But you can't do that if every day all you're doing is complaining, or you're agreeing with somebody who complained about them. I don't see how you could honestly benefit from that, So again, I'm not hating towards nobody podcast, nobody message, but I need help understanding how, if every day for 2 years all you do is complain about females or you complain about males, how can I depend on you to help me find somebody though? So again, I'm kind of confused with these podcasts who, for about 2-3 years now, all they do is go in there and complain about females or complain about men. Are you also helping your listeners to be able to help find somebody? Like, I'm kind of confused, so help me out with that if you understand that. That's with that. Next thing I want to talk about. I think it's really, really crazy, and I'm talking to people who might actually understand what I'm going through, and not what I'm going through. I'm talking to people who might understand what I'm about to say. I think it's crazy how in this world, if you grew up around somebody who might not fit who you're trying to be in life now, meaning you might want to be changing, you might not want to be the old you. I think it's crazy how sometimes in order for you to be able to complete the cycle and you changing, you have to withdraw yourself from things, whether it's people, items, material things, in order for you to grow, And I think it's crazy that when you do that, the people that you may withdraw yourself from who say they love you get mad at you. And let's be real, they're not getting mad at you because you're not talking to them no more. They getting mad at you because you're not engaging in the negativity with them no more. Because if you're trying to grow, it's kind of hard having that in your ear or beside you, or saying that they want to support you when in reality they're not doing anything to be positive themselves. So you might have to back away sometime. But I think it's really strange how people would try their hardest, the same people who love you would try their hardest to bring you back down to where they are because they not ready to move up. So again, if you understand, you understand. I just wanted to say that because I want people to understand. Stop feeling bad for them people. Stop feeling as if you gotta slow down your pace and your journey so they can catch up. No, man. No. You do what you need to do. And I think it's really, really crazy how those same people will make you feel as if you're doing something wrong when in reality, you are much happier now. You starting to smile now. You starting to accept yourself now. So again, stop letting people who you need to get away from so you can grow, so you can breathe. Listen, do what you got to do. Okay? I'm not a gardener, but if I'm not mistaken, I know one of the best things is not to always plant a seed under shade because it needs sunlight, it needs rain. So if you have to move yourself to start getting the positivity that you need to grow, do that. I don't care how cool it may be under that shade. Hey, listen. Sometimes you gotta go out there and burn to better peel out that new skin. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to, and that's just being real. Sometimes you gotta get a little bit wet. You gotta get your water. You gotta get your vitamins. But putting that in form of humans and us, sometimes you have to withdraw yourself from somebody who always is negative, somebody who always wake up negative, somebody who think negative, somebody who always talking about somebody who loves spreading rumors and gossip. You have to sometimes start to realize you have to withdraw yourself from shows, from social media, the post, or whatever, in order for you to grow. And I want you to understand, stop letting yourself feel as if you're not doing what you're supposed to because this cornball over here has an attitude and has a problem. That doesn't make sense. So again, continue to do what you need to do to grow. Again, that's honestly about it for today's show. It wasn't gonna be a long show. I hope everybody, and I really truly mean this, I hope everybody have a good day today. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be a walk in the park. Like I told y'all the BS, the problems, the situations, the co-workers who have messed up attitudes or personalities, they already woke up before us. So there's no point in complaining about it. They already woke up. Like, the BS was already up before we got up. It's all about how we navigate and how we respond to it. That's what I always keep saying. And I'm going to keep saying it because I know it proves right. If you respond to it by thinking about your response, right? Not responding just off an instant. Think about it. No matter what the situation is, road rage, an angry coworker, your child, your phone, getting a phone call from the school. Think about the response, not what you normally do, though. Think about the response and not think about how you would normally act. If you think about your response and just think about how you're supposed to keep on moving and stay happy, your response is going to be easier rather than what you normally choose that normally ended up with frustration. That's all I'm saying. Think smart. Let's get it. Let's go out. Let's be productive. Tell all them kids to have a good day today. And I will catch y'all tomorrow. I'm drinking on some vanilla coffee. I haven't been doing my coffee thing in a minute, but I'm drinking on some vanilla coffee that the wife actually made before she left out. Big shout out to the wife. Love you. Appreciate you. You already know that. And that's your boy C with another episode of Opinions in the Dark, where my opinions matter, your opinions matter. But today y'all heard about mine today. Hopefully I can hear about y'all soon. Catch y'all later.